Magic in the Morning, got some Backstreet Boys for you. We're at 8:38, and we have got winter outside. No, it's not on the calendar yet, but it is definitely in our weather forecast, weather advisories, winter storm warnings, just outside of our local listening area. But we'll keep you up on the weather through the rest of the afternoon, starting in our noon hour. Mike Barrett in for a weekly installment of Good Policies with Barrett Insurance. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to you. How are you? Happy Giving Tuesday.
It is Giving Tuesday, and first off, before we dive into this to talk about this wonderful day,
Sure.
your drive-in road report.
Road report. So they're greasy, definitely greasy. So you want to just, you don't need to necessarily go to a slow crawl, but stay steady. This is one of those steady wins the race days, right? You don't want to be rapidly accelerating. You want to give yourself plenty of time to brake. Doing that, you're good. For now.
It's called New England driving.
I had to reacclimate myself because really this is one of the first times that I've driven in snow this year. The other storms, I wasn't on the road. So, yeah, this is my learning day. So if you see me driving around, give me some space. Give me some space.
Give everybody space. All right, Giving Tuesday, it's all over social media. It's all over everywhere. And this radio station, our entire group of stations, has always been focused on Main Street USA. We talk about local businesses. We have a ton of nonprofits in. But this is a day that we think about giving. And it can be giving locally, or it can be giving nationally or internationally. But it's all about giving.
It is, and it's all about your choice. One of the things at Barrett Insurance Agency that we do is we really love the opportunities given to us as a small business to be able to support the local organizations that are doing such good in our community. So for our purposes, we tend to remain pretty uber local in terms of our giving, so to local food pantries, to the Meals on Wheels program, VT Supports, which is a wonderful organization. They'll be doing gift boxes to ship off to troops who are serving in active areas during the holidays. They'll be doing that this Saturday. Just a lot of great organizations locally. Social Gives, Carrie Carlett and the crew do an amazing job. Of course, I'm going to toot my own horn with the Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network, NEK Can. We continue to raise funds to continue to support those in the Northeast Kingdom battling cancer. So the beautiful part about it, Jeff, is we had Black Friday, we had Cyber Monday, and now it's all about Giving Tuesday.
They said it was $11.8 billion spent on Black Friday, but stop. I'm going to go back to you talking. I'm going to go back to, was it VT Gives you talked about, right? You mentioned?
VT Supports?
VT Supports, okay.
Yeah.
I've also seen here for the duration of the weekend into this week here, Wreaths for Warriors.
Wreaths Across America.
Yep,
a good friend of mine, Jeff Pierce, actually runs a radio network called Wreaths Across America. And, they're working hard to make sure that every gravestone has a wreath, which is just a beautiful tribute.
But what I've been seeing is they have a shortfall right now of about 1,500 wreaths.
Yeah, about 400 plus in Vermont.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. We talked about locally social gives, givebutter.com. It feels good to do good. It doesn't get much warmer of feeling than that.
It really doesn't. Just yesterday we got another letter of gratitude from one of our many grant recipients for the Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network. And just to hear, you can hear the tone in their letter. And it just gives you such a warm feeling, and it reminds us why we do what we do. Because not only are we giving a monetary grant, but that's also knowing that there's a bunch of people raising money and a board behind that's all thinking about you. You applied, we talked to you, we considered you, you got approved. Now we're funding you for 6 months. I think the monetary is key, but I think the thought that they're not in it alone is also pretty crucial. So we're definitely hoping to have a good day today. One other great organization, and it's actually part of the Waterford School. A dear friend of mine who we lost earlier this year, Sheriff James Heeman. They have come up with, and I'm honored to be a part of this group, the Waterford Community Pavilion in memory of Sheriff James Heeman. It's going to be a pavilion here. I'll show you the picture, Jeff. It's not going to work good on the radio.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a mock-up of a pavilion that they're looking to construct in James's memory at the Waterford School, and we're raising funds to do that. That is not going to be, that is outside of the school. That is a community. The school is ours, right? The school is our space. So as a community, we think it'd be a wonderful tribute to James to be able to do that. So we're also raising funds today on Giving Tuesday.
When you talked about the emotion that you could sense reading a letter from one of the recipients of grant monies through Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network, well, first off, in the day and times that we live in, just the fact that they actually sent a letter.
Yeah, we get a lot.
As opposed to just an email, or a text, hey, thanks for helping me out. They send a letter and they do it. So what we're basically doing, folks, is we're talking about Main Street USA. We're talking about places that need your help here locally. We've got Riverside Rescue right now. They're planning to make some upgrades so that they can provide more care and more service. We've got Kingdom Animals Shelter. We've got all of the local food shelves. By the way, and I know you're going to support us again this year, our holiday food drive is back this year.
Awesome.
We're going to continue that tradition for 4 hours on the 13th in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. The 3 local food shelves are going to benefit from that again this year. But that's what it's all about living here.
And, my son Ethan and I will come and do our annual donation. So, people say, why do you do, and I'm not saying this to me. I hear this to people who are very active within nonprofits and very civic-minded. And a lot of people will say to those people, why do you do what you do? And one of the best answers I ever heard is because I am afforded the opportunity to be able to. If you're in a position to help and you're helping, thank you. Because Giving Tuesday is just as much about all of you that do that as it is anything else. So.
Well, and I'll wrap it up with this on my side of it. This weekend I was up in Island Pond during a little snow squall up there, and I had 2 soft tires on my rig, and a fellow who works on the water department up there, Andrew's his name, went above and beyond. He got out of it, stopped doing what he was doing in the dollar store, went and got a tire compressor and pumped up my back tires. And he said it's the season for giving.
It is the season for giving. And you notice we didn't talk anything about insurance today. And you know what? That's just fine with me because the focus is where it needs to be today, and that is on Giving Tuesday. And we all have things that we love and like and hate, right? So the beautiful part about Giving Tuesday is you can do whatever you want. You can don't do anything. You can give a little bit to a few. You can give a lot to some. Whatever you want to do, this is your day to show your love and appreciation for those who give.
Way bigger than Cyber Monday, and I'm not really a big fan of Black Friday.
And also, don't forget St. Johnsbury History and Heritage in St. Johnsbury. They're another wonderful nonprofit that, I'm a history buff for St. J, so to be able to support them is another wonderful thing.
All right. Barrett Insurance Agency contact info.
Yeah, Barrett Insurance. We're on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency and go to nekcan.org. I'm going to plug mine, of course, for Giving Tuesday if you can.
All right. Give when you can and as often as you can.
Absolutely.
You be safe on the roads, and we'll see you next week.
Might do a couple donuts. Don't tell anybody.
I see nothing. All right. Beans Hometown Minute coming up in just a few. Right now it's Louis Capaldi.